has a fan concept trailer for a new animated Stargate SG-1 series shown MGM Amazon exactly what they could do with this franchise. Quickly, easily, and cheaply. And bring back a fan favourite character. Welcome to the Tachyon Pulse podcast.
Our Tachyon Pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.
So, a couple of years ago, we actually heard rumours. We were told afterwards they weren't true by a source we've got over at MGM, but we were told about rumours that the MGM Amazon were considering doing a Stargate Universe animated movie to wrap up the SGU storyline. And that would have then come before the Stargate movie they were planning for 2023 that was going to be announced at San Diego Comic-Con. Now, I actually was told by an MGM source that it wasn't true, but I actually think they considered it. And I think they went as far as sounding out Robert Carlyle to see if he'd return. Because I heard that rumour before I heard the rumour about an animated movie. So, I actually think it was something they considered. They may not have gone any further than thinking about it, but I think they considered it. Now, this fan-made trailer, it very clearly says in the title, and I'm going to put a link here. I'm not going to show it here because go to the place that they actually made it and, get it some views. But this fan-made concept trailer really does show how Amazon MGM could do an SG-1 series very easily and quite cheaply, to be honest. Lower Decks was made for about $1 million an episode. This could be done really quickly and really easily. We could get animated versions of our beloved characters. I mean, again, check out this concept art. I think they've nailed Daniel. They've got Sam's not right, but Teal looks okay. And Richard Dean Anderson, they could do a little bit better. But MGM Amazon would do better. And the more effort they put into it, I mean, they could do something, CGI sort of thing that's near video quality if they wanted to, but that would cost more than $1 million an episode. I think give us something animated. We could get SG-1 stories that sort of either fill in or lead into actual SG-1 episodes. So we could add a little bit to the SG-1 universe. We'd love that. They could do it quickly. I mean, these animated movies nowadays, because a lot of it is generated by AI, etc., to be fair, they're done in months, not years of development. They're done really, really quickly. So we could get something on our screens 6 months. Would be doable. Potentially by the end of this year, I'm saying that they could get something on our screens. Even if they only put it on YouTube or whatever, it would make money. But, I mean, MGM Amazon, they haven't really done an awful lot of animation. They've done some, but they haven't done an awful lot. You look at what Netflix does. They do animation quite cheaply, or they buy it off others, but they do it quite cheaply, and it always does them good numbers. That's why they keep doing things like the Wolfenstein animated series, He-Man animated series, etc., because it's so cheap to make. And if you do something nostalgic, people will watch it. So I know there's a lot of people out there that hate animation, and I'm not saying they do this instead of a live-action movie or series. What I'm saying is you do this as well as something to whet our appetite, something to get us a little bit excited. And if you do an SG-1 animated series, you could bring back General Hammond. Donis Davis has actually, obviously, sadly passed away, but he was a beloved character. We adored him. And you could bring that character back. I would like the family to sort of give permission, because I don't really like bringing sort of deceased actors back. But if they gave permission, all the better. We have a lot of the voice actors, so we could get, all of those voice actors. Daniel Jackson could do Michael Shanks, etc. The other way around, Michael Shanks could do Daniel Jackson. I don't actually believe these people are real. I love Stargate, but I don't actually believe they're real, honest. But Richard Dean Anderson could do O'Neill, Amanda Tapping could do Sam, etc., etc. most of these actors are still available and would do it for a reasonable price. It's not like loads of them have gone off and become massive movie stars. If they do an SGA animated series, okay, you might not get Jason Momoa to do the voice. But other than that, you could. You could bring back McKay. David Hewlett would do it. So, I mean, they could use AI to generate a voice like they could for Don S. Davis's General Hammond. But why bother when the actors are there? Again, could be done cheaply. A 10-run episode season sort of thing could be, the voices could be done in a couple of days. Nowadays, you don't even need the actor to come into a studio. They send you a microphone or whatever. You could do it over the phone, basically, because of digital technology. It's so good. So, yeah, there's lots of ways this could be done quickly. Now, this could also be done as a test bed. If Amazon MGM is still not sure whether they want to bring back Stargate or how to bring back Stargate, this could be something to see how people react to it and then make a decision. We know they have flip-flopped. We're going to do a movie. We're going to do a TV series. We're going to do a movie again. We're going to delay and wait a little while until we do a movie. We're going to do a movie again. And most recently, we're going to wait again. So, this is a franchise they very clearly want to return with. We know from our insiders that they've done questionnaires, etc., to try and judge people's interest. We know they had a movie plan that was going to be announced at San Diego Comic-Con before the strikes that got delayed because of that. We know for a fact that Mike Hopkins really wants to do Stargate, and he is now the head of the studio. Now Jen Salke has been moved out, and actually not taking advantage of MGM is one of the reasons why Jen Salke got pushed out, because she was not prioritising MGM IP, Stargate, Robocop, so on and so on. She was instead prioritising female-led writers, producers, directors for projects that were original. And Mike Hopkins there going, we spent $8.5 billion on MGM, for God's sake. We didn't just spend all that money so we could call ourselves MGM Amazon. We did it because of all that stuff in their library. Do something with it. So, this animated series, straight up for me, I would love to see. If they do it well, I don't want to see Stargate Infinity. I want to see a really well-made, for us, Stargate fans, not for kids, for Stargate fans, animated series. Nobody was watching Kevin Smith's He-Man series that were kids. We watched it. The demographic for that series, both seasons, was, 25 to 45-year-olds. That's what they need to do. Do something that's actually well written. And I tell you what, I know exactly the right person to write it as well. Beloved Canadian Brad Wright would jump at this. He would kill to do it. So again, he's waiting to do it. He's there. He's ready to go. We could even get them to maybe end it on his script that he produced for when they were going to do the live action series MGM announced. So that's how we could build up to that and do an animated movie at the end, which would have been Brad Wright's script. And then that could lead into a live action Stargate series. I've just come up with that. It's genius. Do that, for God's sake. I just wish Amazon MGM would do something. I am actually going to be emailing my source over at MGM, who has no influence to be fair, but he knows the people that do, with that very idea. Because it just seems like a no-brainer to me. Cheap, quick, could lead into something brilliant. But guys, get into the comments and tell me what you think. And I know I'm going to get the no animation. As I say, not instead of, as well as something live action. And let's be honest, after waiting 3 years of them flip-flopping, this could be the perfect thing for them to do. Get into the comments though and tell me exactly what you think. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. It really helps us out and you'll never miss any of our new videos. Also, you can become a member of the channel and get to see a lot of these videos before everybody else, you lucky bunnies. Go check that out. As always, please stay safe, and I'll see you next time.
Our Tachyon Pulse has been unable to completely penetrate the anomaly.